Yo, so what's going on, chicks and dicks? My name is Pone Star, and this is a little bit more of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and we are playing on this map. I forget the name of it. I just had a brain fart. Oh, it felt so good, though. It doesn't stink either. Those are the best kind. But, what's the damn name of the map? It's pissing me off now. It's Slums. There we go. My bad. I'm sorry. I know, it happens, guys. It happens to the best of us. But I'm using the Diamond PDW-57, and I want to talk about that. A little bit about the gun, and also the commentary topic of the day is actually how I progressed as a commentator, how I became a half-decent commentator. And it's a question I've never been asked before. A subscriber hit me up on Twitter. It's like, hey, Paul, talk about how you become a better commentator. And I'm like, well, I've never really been asked that before. People ask me who helped me out on my way, how did I get started and stuff like that, what kind of stuff I used to record. But no one ever asked me, how did I become a better commentator? So I want to talk a little bit about that to usher in the new year. How you guys doing, huh? How many of you guys got shit-faced last night? How many of you guys just lied about getting shit-faced last night? This guy did. What's up? But anyways, like I said, this is PDW. This is the first gun in the Swag show. Yeah, that's right, codename Swag. I'm calling it Swag. I was actually going to call it Swarm with Every Gun Show, but one subscriber was wise enough to say if you name it Swarm with All Guns, it spells out Swag. So I couldn't just completely do that. You know, I had to make sure that we're going to call this show Swag. But we're starting off with the PDW. You guys can leave a comment down below what guns you would like to see next. Those are going to be chosen at random, so feel free to drop a comment below. I also want to encourage you guys to check out a little link down in the description below. Is going to be my secondary Let's Play channel. I've just started my Far Cry 3 walkthrough. I'll be starting up Pokemon and Dead Space here soon. So if you guys want to check those out, go subscribe to that channel now. Do not miss an episode. But now that I'm done pitching all kinds of random shit, let's talk about the commentary topic at hand. I'm using the PDW. Probably the best gun in the game overall. The only gun that I think is a little bit better than this weapon is the MSMC, but that's only in certain concentrated areas. Anytime you're running into a map, you're playing ground war or domination, something where you know where the spawn's going to be located, so you'll easily run into 2 or 3 guys, whether or not they're in their spawn or not, I would recommend having the PDW because of its magazine size. Now, any other situation, you're playing TDM or anything like that, I would recommend the MSMC because I do feel it's a little bit better in that situation. But again, this gun kind of fills the void of the P90 with the crazy magazine size. And I definitely recommend it, and it looks extremely sexy with diamonds on it. I know. But anyways, how did I progress as a commentator? And this is gonna sound weird because you guys are probably like, what? I was a boring as fuck commentator when I started out. I was one of these kids that went around the neighborhood. I was an asshole. I wasn't a bully, but I got in fights, and I felt like I was just some little white thug, right? I lived in the ghetto, surrounded by black guys, and it took a lot for me to get a reputation or to hold who I was in my neighborhood. And I always felt and put on this act like I was a badass, right? So even when my first commentaries, when I was getting nukes and Modern Warfare 2, and you'll see it sometimes. Sometimes the way I talk comes out. And I guess I've whitened out a little bit. We took a little white out on Pone, and he's back to normal now. It used to be where I used to be like so into it. I felt like when I wanted to commentate, I had to be intimidating. I had to be dominant. People had to fear me, to respect me, and that's what I started with my commentary. And it was so full of shit, dude. Like every time, oh yeah, I just dropped a nuke on this nigga right here. Oh, get fucked. That's kind of how I was talking, except for I didn't have that kind of energy. It was kind of like I just woke up out of bed shit. So I was just like, yo, what's up, guys? My name is Pone. I'm gonna teach you how to jump on Afghan, and that's how I used to commentate. There was no energy, there was no drive, there was no excitement. It was bland, boring as fuck, fucking easy Mac. It was just like so weak. And I was such a horrible commentator. And you've seen that, we'll take Fearcraz for an example. When he first started commentating, he was known for a guy to get great gameplay. And he did get great gameplay. But his commentary sucked. Now, a year, 2 years into it, his commentary is great. It definitely matches and compensates for, the old times where his commentary used to just be absolutely garbage. He used to talk about stupid shit and boring stuff about the gameplay. Now he's a great commentator. He relates with the fans and everything like that. Kind of like where Jay Nasty is right now. If you guys watch Jay Nasty, he's, no disrespect, he's a friend of mine, but his commentary is bad, and he'll admit it. He knows that. But he's a beast gamer, and it's finding yourself. I did not know what I wanted to be until I hit about 40,000 subscribers. I used to be that guy. Back in Modern Warfare 2, before Fearcraz and all these guys came along, I was considered one of the best gamers at the time. On YouTube, people watched me to see the 100 kill gameplays, the 3 nukes in one game. People watched me, back then that was what I was known for. And I had balls awful commentary. Like, and I always tried, I started out commentating. I wanted to seem like a badass, to impress people. My whole goal was to impress people. And I thought if I was, like all macho and shit, Just picture me walking, you know, just setting out a line of Legos and walking across that straight face like I'm a badass, like, fuck you, Legos. That's the kind of person I had. That's the kind of thing that I had. I felt like I needed to do that to succeed. And it was so full of shit. And I realized that I just need to be myself and hope that people actually accept me. And it panned out. It doesn't work for everybody. There's enough perverts in the world for me to hit 220,000 subscribers, and I'm okay with that. But it wasn't until I hit about 40,000 subscribers when I realized I didn't want to be known for gameplay or having standards or anything like that. I wanted to be known for being a goofball, a pervert, talking about random things, being real at some time, having real talks, but at another time, completely talking about, you know, diamond-encrusted dildos. You're like, whatever I wanted to talk about. You guys were there for that. Some of you guys loved both of them. Some loved one or the other. And that's what I became known for. This crazy fucking man-child with a great sense of humor was pretty damn good at video games too, and just completely could not make a decision for himself. No, my mother still picks out my clothes, and I'm not ashamed to say that. So, I'm glad through my journey, and that's what I want to encourage you guys. You know, a lot of people say, oh, what do you do? Just be yourself. If people accept you, they accept you. Not everybody's meant for YouTube. And, you know, I was a horrible commentator when I started up. I mean, seriously, it took me a year before I would even tolerate my own stuff. And I can go back and watch those videos, and I'm like, Pone, were you really that bland, that boring? The fuck were you thinking, Mr. Guy? And that's kind of how I progressed. You know, I started off really, really boring, really slow, really, really needy, begging people for help and wanting to succeed because I felt like I had the skill and I deserved to be noticed. And I was so ready, you know, it was laziness is what it was. I was expected fame and subscribers to come to me without any effort. And then I realized I had to work for it. And it was a really, really big life lesson. And again, that's the commentary topic. I want to thank you guys. I want to remind you guys Far Cry 3 is starting on my other channel. Remember to drop a like on the video. Thanks again. Let's start off this year strong, guys. Peace out. Get it.